Alrighty. You can see there's a couple people here. I wasn't planning on going live. This is actually a serious live, no jokes. Despite there being snow on the screen, this is no joke. I just wanted to say something to everybody that is in the path of this storm. This is a serious storm. It's shaping up to be the worst storm since the mid-90s. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't know who you watch for your weather, if you watch your local forecasters or if you watch YouTuber forecasters. I check out a lot of the YouTuber ones. The best one I've seen with the most accuracy seems to be Ryan Hall, y'all. I'll dig up his link. Excuse me. I'll dig up his link and I'll put it in the description later. But he's got a live going on right now. That's what's playing on the TV in the background right there. A good stream and good information. He's putting up where the storm's at, storm totals that are expected. He'll let you know any shifts in the storm. Right now, they're putting out some catastrophic, and that's a strong word to use for a storm, but catastrophic ice accumulation amounts for some of the lower 48 that's getting hit. So if that hasn't started yet and you're not fully prepared, you need to take some precautions. This is not panic. This is preparedness and precautions if you're not already. This is not typical weather for you guys down south. So I don't know how prepared you are, but if the storm hasn't started and your conditions are not deteriorating yet, make sure you have a couple days worth of food in the house, some bottled water. They're saying there could be up to an inch of ice in some areas. An inch of ice is what would be catastrophic. 3/4 of an inch of ice would be catastrophic. Our infrastructure is old and cannot handle that. So if utility services go down, namely electricity, since that's mostly above ground, towers and everything, assume cell phone service will go down also. Maybe not, but there's a good chance it will. But you need to make sure that you can take care of yourself until you can get to where heat is. And you won't be able to do that during the active storm if the weather is that bad. So, you have extra blankets around. I'm not saying pull everything you have out of your closets, but just make sure they're cleaned and easy to get to. Make sure your batteries and your flashlights, everybody should have that. So make sure you have your flashlights and batteries handy. Don't have any tripping stuff laying around where you need to go to get your blankets if you need them. When I talk with my prepper community, the biggest thing everybody laughs about, and I kid you not, is when everybody's getting all their stuff together, they've got their cans, they've got everything ready to go, and then they realize they don't have anything to open up a can. Seems silly, but it's the little things that really will make things difficult for you. So, if you do get canned food and you have your pantry stocked with canned food, make sure you remember where the damn can opener is. That it's not in the bottom of some drawer somewhere, because it's not something that everybody uses too often nowadays, where they have the electric ones around. Make sure you have a manual can opener around and you know where it is. Again, this is not panic, this is preparedness. Communicate with your neighbors. If you have elderly people in your neighborhood, I think everybody has some elderly around, check on them. And if you live in a good neighborhood, hopefully multiple people are checking on everybody. Better safe than sorry. Communicate with all your neighbors, though. Have a neighborhood plan. Start a neighborhood plan that could be utilized for any type of natural disaster, civil unrest, like what's going up in our northern states. It's always good to have a plan with your neighbors and good communication, even if you don't like them. It's still good to have that plan available. And it's harder to make sure you get everything right and remember everything when you're doing it at the last minute. So, you know, side note there, last minute stuff, but go ahead and try to get everything ready and going. Hey, Amanda. So yeah, make sure you get, that taken care of with your neighbors. I'm a little bit more, as a prepper, I go above more than most, but grill tanks, your propane tanks. If you have propane tanks, make sure they're full. You might not need them, but if you use them on your grill, you're going to eventually use them. So you might as well have them full, just in case. You know, better to have them and not need them than need them and not have them. Been many storm situations where, neighbors come out, hey, I can't cook. And everybody pulls their propane tanks together. You pull the grills out, it makes for one hell of a neighborhood party. But this time of year is not the time to have a neighborhood party with it as cold as it is, because you can't cook with propane indoors. But if you need it, it's there. If your utilities do go down and you have work crews out there, if you can, try to have something to provide them some sort of comfort. I know that's going to be hard. You can't, it's not like you can make you can't easily make them a tank full of coffee, but if you have the ability to do that, there I go with my hands again. If you have the ability to get a large thermos of coffee out to them, something to give your workers some comfort if they're outside working on lines in your area. Think about those little things, because they're going to be out there working, and they're going to be working nonstop without sleep, just like they would during any disaster. So think of them also. I know there's quite a few that are on my feed here. I'm not going to name names because not everybody wants to share all that, but there are quite a few here that are in the storm path. So if you are in the storm path, I would ask you to, at different intervals during the storm, to post on here, as a check-in. We can't do Facebook check-in. I don't do Facebook. Not everybody does, and not everybody wants to disclose that. So kind of like an unofficial Facebook check-in, randomly, if not with me, somebody within our general community, so that if I were to ask, next time I see Amanda in a chat, hey, have you heard from so-and-so? Hopefully she'd be able to say, oh yeah, I saw her post over on, this other over here. I know she's okay. Back and forth, so we could all network between us to let everybody know that, everybody that, that we're aware of that's in that storm path, so we know everybody's okay. Everybody should be caring a little bit about everybody right now. If offering up prayers is what you do, offer up some prayers. Nobody's dead, so we're not asking for that type of prayer, but just for everybody's safety, and that everybody says everybody stays safe, everybody stays warm, and they ride the storm out. See, if you have pets that are routinely outside, bring them in if you can. If you have an outdoor pet that you absolutely cannot bring indoors, just make sure that they have a warm bed that they can go in to get out of the weather. Extra straw in there, not blankets, not fleece, not flannel. That'll kill an animal. But extra straw, extra hay, whatever you buy by the bale. A nice thick bed of that, and windbreakers. So you want it to have, walls and a flap on the doorway. And if you have an animal that's afraid of a flap, just something that'll break it so that the wind can't just blow right in on them. Whether it's a dog, if you're a cat feeder, like me, I need to go out and add a little bit more straw and alter the cover on the front door, on my front porch house there. If you're not a feeder, because you don't want all the other animals around, I get that. With a storm like this, as soon as they start coming out again, they're going to hide and bunker down during the storm. But when they come out, they're going to have difficulty finding their regular food sources. Be kind. Put a little bit of food out for them. It's going to be hard for them to get water with the temperatures. I'm at 0 degrees right now. They cannot, when the temperatures are like this, they have trouble getting water themselves. So they need a water source. Water will freeze pretty quick. I'm not going to go and look up to give you exactly how long it has before it freezes. Hey, Brooke. Yes, I get possums and I get the occasional skunk, and I have raccoons. And as of this year, I now have Bambi and Thumper too. But, I do have a heated water bowl outside, and even though it is heated, when it drops to this temperature extreme, it still gets a coat of ice on top. It just doesn't freeze solid. So, I still have to go out there and lift the ice off of that. But, be kind. Don't forget the animals you have outside, and the animals that give you joy outside. Some of us like watching the squirrels. We like our feral cats. We like other wildlife. These storms are difficult on them because they're no more used to them than we are. Let's see, what else? I forget what else I wrote in the description there. I mentioned the can opener, right? You heard that? Yeah, with the wind chill. Again, I didn't write all the specifics down. This was supposed to be just a quick. It was easier to go live than it was to sit here and record it. The wind chills are going to be bad. I think right now at 0 degrees. And this is without any wind. I think the skin will freeze in just a matter of minutes. I can look it up, but if you live in these areas, pretty much everybody knows how the weather can be, and your local forecasts are an excellent resource. And then my preferred YouTube weatherman is Ryan Hall Y'all, but there are several others out there that are very good. But yeah, if you absolutely have to go out, bundle up. Make sure you have gloves on. A hat, you lose most of your body heat from your head because not everybody puts a hat on. So yeah, make sure you put a hat on. Once the conditions do start to deteriorate, do not go outside. Don't add to the problem. So if you're not in a position where that's happened yet and you still have anything to get, go and try to do that now. Stores are probably crazy because everybody's having French toast emergencies right now. But just make sure you have enough water in the house for a couple days for all the humans and the animals. So, for me, that's a couple gallons I have to have available every day for me and the animals. Enough food for everybody. And again, if you get anything in cans or you're planning on, I got plenty of cans in the pantry, and I mean literal cans, make sure you know where your handheld can opener is, just in case you have a power issue. Again, that's a big thing everybody forgets about. Everybody forgets a manual can opener. Let's see, what else? Your blankets pulled out of the closets, cleaned, ready to go, just in case you need them. Hopefully you won't. Hopefully there won't be any power surges, but if you need them, they're there, ready to go. Make sure your flashlights have good batteries in them and they're handy. I can't tell you how many toes I've stubbed and broke running for the flashlight in the middle of the night with a power outage. That was a long time ago, and I've got sirens going by already. And my snow has not really started yet. I mean, I've had the last couple of days we've had snow. I've woken up every day with snow on the ground. I don't know what's going on out there. Oh, it stopped. Okay, but yeah, the biggest thing is don't panic. Be prepared. Check on your elderly neighbors. Check on your animals, and make sure you have some contacts to keep in touch with everybody. And yeah, and this stream is now up to let everybody know too, and it'll be available to post on, of course. So let's see. I don't think I missed anything. Amanda, Brooke, can you think of anything I might have missed for a emergency take care message? Okay, Brooke, you have your snow coming tomorrow. Oh, make it just in case the towers get knocked out with all the ice that's coming in some areas. There's this is an unprecedented storm, and back when the last bad one that hit in the 90s, cellular was still too new to even compare to what we have now. We don't know how the towers might be affected if there's as much ice as they're saying is possible. Just in case, the cells aren't working, and you're also unable to recharge your cell phones, make sure you write down your emergency numbers, because I don't know, our cell phones have made us stupid, in my opinion, because we don't have to remember anything anymore. So, it's real easy to not remember all of our phone numbers, So, make sure you have that written down somewhere that's handy, just in case. And again, this is not panic, this is preparedness. And a lot of these little tidbits would apply to any type of natural disaster. Well, obviously, except for the, cold weather stuff. Here's a fun tip. If you still have time to get to the grocery store, and you're thinking, good golly gosh, gee williker, what will I do if I'm stuck in the house because we have this storm and this freezing weather? Well, go buy a bunch of food, get it all prepped up, and utilize this freezing cold to help get freezer meals ready. Because you don't have to use all your indoor electricity and expend all that energy to freeze stuff. Utilize what Mother Nature is providing right now to get stuff pre-frozen and pre-freeze it in whatever shapes you want, because you pre-form stuff easier as it's freezing outside, and then when it's frozen, get it into your freezers, and hopefully you don't have to worry about your freezer going out, because that would really suck if I gave you that advice and then you lost your freezer. So yeah, that would really kind of suck. But that's what I tend to do when the weather's real bad. I utilize outside. I take advantage of the free freezer. And it's amazing how fast stuff freezes when it's 0 degrees outside. So anything below 32 Fahrenheit obviously is good, but when it's 0 degrees, it freezes real damn fast. you know, and you do any type of food prep and vacuum sealing and stuff, it's so much easier to get stuff in the bags and vacuum sealed when it's already frozen or even just partially frozen. But you know, you never seem to have enough room in the freezer with all the trays, trays and trays and trays and stuff. But anyway, okay, that was a little tangent. That was just something to do to help pass some time. Because, you know, should, you not have internet access for whatever reason, you know, God forbid if the internet goes down, people are going to riot. We're going to have riots if the internet goes down. But yeah, so let's see. I'll stick around for a couple more minutes, see if anybody else has something to say, because there's never anything wrong with chit-chatting. And got the emergency broadcast out of the way. And let me properly put an end to this emergency broadcast. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me end the emergency broadcast. I did not officially begin it, but now let me end it because now we're done. Okay, there we go. That is officially over. That's the end of the emergency broadcast. Oh, wait a minute, no. That's the end of the Don't Panic, Just Be Prepared emergency broadcast. There you go.